my speech, I didn't think what to say. But the first thing that I'm talking about is that this situation that we are here, Erev Shivasa B'Tammuz, the late Shivasa B'Tammuz, and you have your people that know that the Noah says that those days are days that we have to cry about Beis HaMikdash. There is something there that it has to be said again and again. You know that Chazal say, Ein HaNevuah shoyro elo mitoich simcha. This is the Gemara. Masechtes Pesachim. If you are not b'simcha, you are not a Novi. When I was young, I asked my Rebbe a question. Yirmiyah Novi wrote Eicho. Eicho is one of the Nevi'im. And he is writing there, Eini yordo mayim al shever bas ami. So those words are a part of a nevuah. Was he b'simcha or he wasn't b'simcha? If he wasn't b'simcha, so ois novi, ois nevuah. As the Gemara says about Dvoira Nevi'ah, that she said, Uri Dvoira, Uri dabri shir. So Chazal are asking, what happened? The mitten shir of Dvoira, she's stopping and she says, Uri Dvoira. So Chazal said, she had there one pasuk that she said, that God said, oh, she says, nobody was here until I came. Ad shakamti dvoire, I came. God says, oh, you're talking so? Ois nevuah. Because in this minute that you are Balgaiven, you're not a Novi. So she saw that suddenly she's not a Novi. So she begged, Uri dvoire, Rebbeinu Shalom, give me back my nevuah. So from this Gemara we learn that things that are a condition to the nevuah, if you are stopping it, ois nevuah. So I'm asking, Yirmiyah Novi is writing, Eini yordo mayim. Yirmiyah Novi is a ish emes. Today we say, I'm so sorry for you. But we are not so sorry. We say it. We say, it comes to cry, but we're not crying. But when Yirmiyah said, Eini yordo mayim, so it was so. So from his eyes went tears as Eini yordo mayim, but he's a Novi, and he's writing a nevuah. And without simcha, no nevuah. So it must be that we, human beings, we can be crying and to be happy, not to cry from happiness. This is something else. We are excited, we can cry. I'm talking about crying from sadness and be happy. This is something that we have to learn. Because if we are not learning it, we can take those 3 weeks and make them miserable for ourselves. We know that in Tisha B'Av we are not allowed to learn, because Pikud Hashem Yeshom Samchi Lev. We know that there were people that they said, I cannot without Torah. I will learn. It's a Yerushalmi. The Rebbe Shom learned, even when he was in Oven. There is a very sharp word that I showed a lot of people. One of the biggest Goinim in Poland was the Heilige Rav Nenezer Sachachov. He was the son-in-law of the Kotzker Rebbe. Oh, he was sharp. So he said that he heard from his father-in-law, the Kotzker Rebbe, that he heard from his Rebbe, the Rebbe Rabbinim from Pshisra, that the words Ovel is 2 letters, Aleph, Beis, Lamed. So he said, Ovel is Rosh Teivos, Ich bin listig. You heard such a Rosh Teivos in your life. Ich bin listig means, of Jewish, I'm happy. So I am happy, Ovel. It sounds crazy. If somebody today will say, I am Ovel and I am happy, so we say you have to see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist will be happy because he will get his money. But if the patient will have something from the psychiatrist, I doubt it, he will say he has to come again. But when you are coming again, you have to pay again. So here we have something that because God made it, that we will see one the other. In this night that is starting there, 3 weeks, we must say it very loud and very clear, especially as Rosh Hashiva that leads so many people. It's not a steer. It's not a steer to be an oval and to be besimcha. To be besimcha is a system of life, just as to breathe. You're not stopping to breathe when you are sad, because if you won't breathe, you won't be sad. You will be dying. If you're dying, you are not sad, you are not happy. Somebody is asking me, how can you say to me I should be misnachem? We had such a tragedy in our family. And I'm going to a lot of people that had tragedies. I say as an example, you're coming to a family that a big tragedy happened. Everybody is crying. There was one child there that he is sick in his mind. He is, how do you say, it has a name of English, Mefager or Mongolid.
Down syndrome.
Down syndrome. He's Down syndrome. Everybody is crying. He's happy. He's screaming, he's playing, he's knocking. So I'm asking the Avelim, you are jealous on this boy. Are you jealous? He doesn't feel the sadness. He doesn't feel the sadness. And you are crying and screaming. And you are longing after this person that passed away, a child. Would you be jealous of this fellow? He's happy. So what's the answer? The answer is, he doesn't have the kelim to be sad, so we have pity on him. To be sad is also one of the ways that we have as a gift from God. And we are getting a gift, we have to be happy on the gift. We are happy that we have the ability to cry. To cry is a present. To feel sorry is a present. And if we are there to understand that it is a present, so we can understand that we can do both things in 1 minute. We are happy that we are sad. We are happy. We are happy that we have the schus to cry on Beis HaMikdash. And this happiness shouldn't stop, never ever. We are happy. It was once that I've met some big professor. He wasn't from, he was very with hateness. So he said like this, I have a big complaint on you Jewish people, that you say that because of your Torah you are more honest, ben adam lechaveroi, you are more gentle. I am already 70 years old, and I have my Shulchan Aruch without your Shulchan Aruch. I'm an honest person. I'm a good person, and I have my feelings, what I have to do, what I don't have to do. I don't have your Torah, and I'm a fine person. So why are you educating your youth to say just Torah is giving us the right direction? I'm without Torah. I'm a big professor. He was professor for math, for physics, for 5 subjects in the university in Bar Ilan. Why do you say so? I asked him a question. Can I ask you a question, big professor? So I said like this. I want to ask you, you have a neighbor that went to America for a few months with a family. And you have the key from his department. He gave you the key. He gave you the key, you should go once in 3 months to look over if it's okay, check up. Now you have one son, and he has to go tomorrow together with his friends on his bicycle to go on someplace. Everybody has his bicycle. And your son, just in this day, broke his bicycle. And if he won't go, he may have something that will have an impression on him a lot of years. So says the psychologist. He's a child, and it's something that he's waiting for it many times. He must go. You know that your neighbor has a bicycle. He's in USA. Would you take a bicycle from your neighbor with your honest, with your being menschlich?